We will be doing our live broadcast, which is broadcast worldwide for our viewers, not only in the United States, but all over the world. We have wonderful folks in Canada, England, New Zealand, Australia. I've probably missed a few. Spain, I know. Germany, I know. So Italy, I know. So come on out and visit us if you're here, and we will be happy to answer your questions. Lucky is coming in front right now. Holly was seen a little bit ago, just in back of the pond. I can't go back there with Lucky here because she will become frightened and probably stay in the tree. So after we work with Lucky here for a little bit, maybe about 4:30 or so, if you PTZ drivers will kind of keep an eye on that area behind the pond, I might be able to get back there. She should be hungry. We're hoping that she'll go back in her den for her bottle tonight. If not, she'll just be getting the grapes and nuts just like she usually gets. Lucky right now has romaine and some peanuts and some nuts, some nuts in the shell. We gave him some cranberry. He can't carry off with him into the woods. Lucky, our 7-year-old male here, is notorious for taking any of the enrichment toys that we give him that has good things to eat in it. He will take them, pick them up, and carry them off into the woods to a private area where he can enjoy them all by himself, and he doesn't have to worry about any other bears coming after him and eating his food. So he's learned to be pretty seclusive about that, and he is the only bear here that does that so far. I don't know, maybe he'll teach Holly to do that, we don't know. But that only time will be able to tell something like that. But right now he has not started shedding his winter coat, so he has a very rich, very, very fluffy back and has a brown muzzle. He is a beautiful, beautiful bear. Lucky is eating now the nuts and cranberries that we have given him, but he also likes eating wild foods. What's interesting about the bears here is that Ted will eat the grasses. I've never seen him take anything from a bush unless we put it in there. He will eat chokecherry and serviceberry if we provide it for him. Around the pond over here in the back, we have planted chokecherry and pincherry last year, and they're all blooming and have nice buds on them. In the back here, we put serviceberry and blueberry. Our blueberry did not take. Someone gave us a berry called honeyberry or honey kiss or something like that, and those are planted right in here and over on the side closer to the new building. We also plant clover for the bears. And bears love the clover, especially Lucky and especially Ted. They both eat the clovers, and you'll see they're chewing on the clover. And also over here on the mound where you can't see, Ted's eating the new grasses. There's not a whole lot of clover growing over there, but he does eat the grasses. This morning I had the opportunity, while Honey was busy with Ted, to plant over there. So I put... notice Lucky, he easily stands up. That little bird feeder is 80 inches off the ground, and he just easily stood up and put his nose right up against it. Lucky is capable of climbing that tree, and he just might do it, I don't know. But he is a very good climber, and that's one thing that we have to watch with Holly, is even though Holly is a very good climber herself, Lucky also climbs. Ted and Honey, they don't climb, but Lucky or Ted will stand up to it by the tree, and so will Honey. But this morning, Honey was kind of circling the area where Holly is put herself in a deadfall refuge tree just in back, probably about 20 feet into the woods here behind the pond. Lucky, I don't know if he has visited with her or not, but someone saw her out here about a half hour ago, probably looking for some more food. Now, we don't go in with Lucky right now because he's very playful. As we have mentioned in the past couple days, Honey is an estrus, and Both Lucky and Ted now are interested. Lucky's been interested for a real long time. And you think, well, Lucky's neutered. Why would he be interested? Well, even though he's neutered, that doesn't kill his senses, and he still knows that she's in heat. So she is still charging at him and telling him no, while she's very sweet and loving to Ted. So her choice this time is Ted and not Lucky. And as the years go by, we'll see if that ever changes. If she finds that our handsome 7-year-old is good enough for her, we'll never know. But he certainly is a handsome lad. And he kind of struts his stuff by straddling the brush over here. He was seen doing that yesterday. And that's just the way that males mark their territory. He also does his, our maintenance man calls it his John Wayne look. But he kind of struts his stuff by doing what we call a stomp walk. That's where they do very good, big stomps into the ground, providing a nice scent trail for the female to follow. I don't think Honey pays any attention to that, but he does it anyway. One of Lucky's favorite foods here, above anything, is romaine lettuce. He loves his eggs in the morning. We give them a raw egg in the shell, and he very gently cracks it and slurps the egg out of it. But his other favorite is romaine lettuce, and sometimes he'd rather have that than fruit. He doesn't care for carrots. We took that off of his menu because he just doesn't like them. Honey and Ted both like their carrots, and so they eat them. But Lucky says, no, thank you. My eyes are good right now. I don't think I need that carotene, so I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy my romaine. Of the romaine. Right now, he didn't eat the leaves, but generally all the bears still eat the leaves. But as it gets farther into the summer, they'll avoid leaves, the darker leaves, and eat only the good middle part, the hearts. You think, well, what else do the bears eat here? Do they get anything we wouldn't eat? Well, I guess the only thing I probably wouldn't eat that they eat is a raw egg. I'd cook it first. But we did try giving them hard-boiled eggs, and they just didn't like them. Also, we tried something once. We got some farm fresh eggs directly from the chicken, and the store-bought egg. And we thought, well, bears in the wild would eat eggs off of a nest, so our bears probably would prefer eggs right from the chicken. But not our bears, nope. They would not eat the eggs directly from the farm. They only wanted the store-bought eggs. I don't know what the difference was, but they certainly did. They eat tuna. We give them tuna in a can. We give them lots of peanuts in the shell, peanuts out of the shell. The three bears, Honey, Ted, and Lucky, will eat salted peanuts, and they will eat some of the mixes that have salt in them. Holly does not like the salt. Everything we give her with salt on it. So that's kind of good and kind of bad because they do need the salt. Provided that for us. Lucky is big into Brazil nuts, and so is Holly. Well, actually, all the bears like them. But right now, that's how we get Holly actually more conditioned to touch. Excuse me, as we use Brazil nuts and grapes. Her very favorite, of course, is the grape. Peanuts in a shell. So she really prefers the raw type foods and not and it's been processed with salt or seasonings on it. That might provide some input into the fact that she will probably like the natural foods that are eating them. Maybe not by you, what they eat here. I do their diets basically every day, so we can kind of control that here on our end. But we can't control the amount of grass that they eat, and that's what we really like, is the fact that they are eating more of the natural foods. Holly was chewing on some grass. We even picked grass for her when she was in her enclosure and gave it to her, and she enjoyed eating that. Right now she was eating it just outside of her den this morning. Excuse me. So we know that she likes it. No one's out here, but if you have any questions, I encourage you to come out on the deck if you have one. I can't hear the questions if you have any in there. I will be out here a few more minutes if you have questions. I thank everyone for listening to us. I know that JT has been absent here for a couple days. She's got a sore throat. This is the allergy season up here, but she really does have a cold and a sore throat. So she's kind of taken a little break of not doing the programs, and I appreciate you listening to me. Not that you have a choice, but it's good that I get the experience out here with everyone, too. In a few days, Lizzie, who was actually talking earlier at 1 o'clock, she did our 1 o'clock enrichment while I went back and worked with Holly. She was doing is that even though there were no bears out here, Holly was paying more attention to where it was coming from than what I had in my hand. And if any of you were watching, you saw that she was standing up. And there's, of course, trees right here in front, but I just barely see her. But Holly was searching for her and looking to see where the voice was coming from. And Lizzie told me that she was actually speaking quietly, and I could barely hear her up there, but I know that our people that were here could hear her. But Holly was definitely looking to see where that voice was coming from. She's very attuned to the noises that are up here on the deck. And that's kind of scary to her. But I've noticed today she's been on her own up in the back a little bit. So she is adventuring more and more out. And I think at some point you're going to see her swimming in the pond. At least I hope so. I think right now the falls probably scare her, so maybe in the evening she may, after we turn the falls off, come down for a swim. Now this evening you might notice that you won't see any bears in here except Holly, unless we can get her into her den. We are doing some work in the morning, early in the morning, and so all the bears are going in for the night. That is, if Lucky cooperates. He's very interested in Honey, who really doesn't like him, but he's still interested in Honey. So that's where we found him, over between Honey and Ted, just kind of admiring Honey from afar. Actually between the fence, but afar to him. So tune in to us tomorrow about 11 o'clock. If we can get Lucky in this afternoon with Holly again, so you can kind of keep the PTC going. And I hope you enjoy her, because she is a sweetheart. And as we work and work and work with her, we hope to get her used to other people going in, and she will someday make it down to the front and be an active part of this foursome, this beautiful foursome of ambassador bears we hear at the American Bear Center. Thank you all, and good night for today.